Ionia has always been a land of wild magic, its vibrant people and powerful spirits seeking to live in harmony. But sometimes this peaceful equilibrium does not come easily. Sometimes it needs to be kept in check. The King Ku are the self-appointed keepers of Ionia's sacred balance. The Order's loyal acolytes walk the spirit and material realms, mediating conflicts between them and, when necessary, intervening by force. Born among their ranks was Akali, daughter of Mayim Jorman Tethi, the renowned Fist of Shadow. Mayim and her partner Tano raised their daughter within the King Ku Order, under the watchful leadership of Great Master Kusho, the Eye of Twilight. Whenever her parents were called away, other members of the Order stepped in as Akali's surrogate family. Kennen, the Heart of the Tempest, spent many hours with the young girl, teaching her shuriken techniques and emphasizing speed and agility over strength. Akali was a precocious child and soaked up the knowledge like a sponge. It became clear to all that she would follow her parents' path. Along with the Great Master's son and appointed successor Shen, she would lead a new generation dedicated to preserving Ionia's balance. But balance can be fleeting. The Order found itself divided. A wayward acolyte named Zed returned and clashed violently with Kusho, wresting power in a bloody coup. Akali fled into the eastern mountains along with Mayim, Shen, Kennen, and a handful of other acolytes. Sadly, Tano was not among them. Zed's transformation of the King Ku into the merciless Order of Shadow was almost complete, but as the new Eye of Twilight, Shen intended to rebuild what had been lost. They would return to the King Ku's three fundamental philosophies: the pure impartiality of watching the stars, the passage of judgment in coursing the sun, and the elimination of imbalance by pruning the tree. Even though they were now few, they would train neophytes to restore and grow their numbers once more. When Akali came of age at 14, she formally entered her Kinku training, determined to succeed her mother as the new Fist of Shadow. She was a prodigious fighter and mastered the Kama and Kunai, a handheld sickle and throwing dagger. Though she did not possess the magical abilities of many of her fellow acolytes, she proved to all she was worthy of the title, in time allowing her mother to step down and help mentor the younger neophytes. But Akali's soul was restless, and her eyes were open. Though the King Ku and the Order of Shadow had come to an uneasy accord in the wake of the Noxxarian invasion of Ionia, she saw that her homeland continued to suffer. She questioned whether they were truly fulfilling their purpose. Pruning the tree was meant to eliminate those who threatened the sacred balance, yet Shen would always urge restraint.
Our wills do not align.
He was holding her back. All the mantras and meditations could quiet her spirit, but such platitudes would not defeat their adversaries. Her youthful precociousness turned to outright disobedience. She argued with Shen, she defied him, and she took down Ionia's enemies, her way. In front of the whole Order, she declared the impotence of the King Ku, all its talk of spiritual balance and patience accomplishing little. Ionians were dying in the material realm, and that was the realm Akali would defend. She was trained as an assassin. She was going to be an assassin. She did not need the Order anymore. Shen let her go without a fight, knowing this was a path that Akali must walk alone. Perhaps the path would bring her back one day, but that would be for her to decide.
The rules hold you back. Leave them for someone who needs them. I am my own master, just the way I like you.
Upon first studying her lore, I didn't find it too exciting. For a start, my first impression was, wow, another disciple who abandons her order and follows her own path. Hardly something shocking, as it's a rather common theme. However, upon studying it further, it does raise certain observations. To clarify, Akali was entrusted with the sacred duty of pruning the tree, which means eliminating those who threaten the equilibrium of Valoran, the balance. So she would often do the task which many would question as immoral. What I find interesting is that Shen urges restraint on her, which is somewhat illogical. If anything, the Masters should have the potency and will to do the hard choices. Even her mother stood behind the fundamental principle, we do that which must be done. But if the people of Ionia were suffering, there's hardly any room or reason for Shen to urge restraint. Thus, it's very understandable why she left him and the Order behind. It sheds new light on Shen specifically. Is he wiser than her in seeking a different way to obtain balance? Or is he weaker because he doesn't have the strength to do what needs to be done? I'm uncertain about this because Shen's law suggests he has an iron will and doesn't let his passions sway his decisions. If that is true, there's a different reason for him urging restraint. It could simply be that he tests Akali out of fear she will become bloodthirsty. Maybe that's a stretch, but if he knows this is a path she must take, he knows she will grow from it. No master or parent, for that matter, would allow their own kin on a path without benefits. Though when one thinks about it, all paths yield some benefit, or wisdom at least. That is assuming his intentions are clear, or of course another factor is involved, which is hardly surprising with Riot Lore. I will not go too deep into Shen's lore until his lore spotlight is complete, then we can focus on it in more detail. But for now, I hope you've enjoyed this video and I will see you in the next one. As you see, I'm trying something new with these videos, where I add a little bit of commentary of my own, not too much of course, but I sort of tend to step away from the commentary, as it doesn't allow me
to change my voice in such a manner.
But I mean, I still hope that all in all, it's all good content.